This video is made possible by the following cuties. You can check out the gear they provide for me in the description below. Hey guys, the Castrol livery is one of the best liveries ever made. Don't at me, boy here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. So yes, we're back at the Nürburgring, but for something a little bit different from what I usually do here. Now, one of the most frequently requested things I get in any of the Nordschleife videos is, Jimmy, you should try a lap, but in reverse. And usually I think, no, that's a bit of a silly idea. They don't really do that in real life, so why would I do it as a video? But I was wrong. They do in fact drive around this circuit in reverse as part of the, and I'm going to butcher this, so I'm very sorry, the Köln-Ahrweiler Rally. Man, I really butchered that, didn't I? Jesus. In which you take your rally prep machine and, well, do a reverse lap of the Nordschleife as one of the stages. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I've got my rally prepped Toyota Celica ST185, a very pretty car, as I've already said. And despite doing thousands of laps of this circuit the correct way around, I'm going to be doing my first ever lap of the Nordschleife going the other way. It's kind of weird to think this track can still throw up new challenges for me, even though I've driven it so much. This isn't really going to be a time lap because, well, the game doesn't time me going backwards, but we can try and work out a rough time from the video edit if I can get round in one piece. I suspect this is going to be quite a different challenge from what I'm used to. Right then, here we are in the pit lane in our Toyota Celica ST185 Group A rally car. I think it's Group A, let me know if I'm wrong. About to try something I've not done before, so we're going to leave the pit lane. I've adjusted the gearing, of course, for the back straight, or I guess it's the front straight in this version. And now I need to turn this thing around, and as you can see, I've been practicing that down here. So we're going to use the off-road, use our clutch, turn it around. There you go, very nice. This is four-wheel drive, so I can't just really turn it around without reversing it. It's more fun to slide it around. And let's try out a lap of the Nordschleife in reverse. As we're going to be accompanied by chirping birds the entire way around, which I can definitely get behind. Let's see how we do. So, as I said before, I know the layout of this track. I've been around here probably thousands of times in my sim racing career, and a couple of times in real life as well. But only the right way around, never reverse. I'm hoping my brain can flip properly and be okay, though I kind of highly doubt it. Anyway, coming down the Dottinger Hohe now? I still can't say it after all this time. Maybe I should actually make an effort to learn the corner names around here at some point. I'll just assume that I can't say them so I don't try. And coming up now to the gantry, maxing out our car. We're doing about 265 k's at the moment down the straight. This thing's pretty quick when you bear in mind it's a rally car. And coming up now to what will be a series of left-handers, of course. It's right-handers when coming the correct way around, so I'm going to slow it right down. I've got to kind of tell myself that the tightest corner is going to be the last one, so I'm going to get onto the right part of the circuit, turning nice and early. Still a little bit too quick through there, just touching the curb. And now we come down to the worst corner on the track, of course, the second carousel, but it's actually the first carousel this way around. My brain is struggling with this already, although I kind of expected it would. Here we have to brake a bit early because we're now braking downhill instead of uphill. And prepare ourselves for the roller coaster, but in reverse. I got to say, I'm glad I took this car. It's not too quick, it's not too oversteery. It's a bit understeery, of course, being four-wheel drive, but it's nice. It kind of fits the theme a bit. Oh, saying that, I overdid that a little bit on the grass, touching the barrier. That's so typical. Saying, oh, this car's okay in the drive, then I immediately put it in the fucking barrier. That's 100% one of my fucking videos. Anyway, through this section now. Can we get in the air over this? No, not going quick enough. This feels very foreign, I got to say, coming through here, as I kind of expected it would do. It feels a little bit like driving the track for the first time. Of course, I first drove this track in a game back in GT4 a long time ago. I'm sure a lot of you drove it, well, the older version of it, in Grand Prix Legends back in the day, TM. But yeah, my first experience was in GT4. We only ever drove it the right way around. We only ever drove it, of course, in stock JDM cars as well. I've got very fond memories of racing my friend around here in a Mark III Supra. Lots of fun. Okay, so this section is my favourite section on the circuit when raced the proper way around. You can really use a lot of the curves through here. I think is that Whipperman? I think it must be. I'm already losing track of where I am. But I know now we've got a difficult left-hander coming up, so I'm going to try and brake a bit early. downshift. Try and keep the car to the inside here. You can see how cambered it is. You don't see that camber so much coming the other way. And now make our way down to, of course, the most famous corner on the circuit, the carousel. Or the second carousel, as it is on this version. Down the hill. Chirping away. We're going to brake nice and early. We've got a bit of a quicker run into the carousel this way. That's something you have to try and tell yourself, is that although you're used to the corner and braking for a certain point, one, you're coming in a completely different direction. That kind of helps your brain a little bit. And two, you're probably carrying more speed or less speed into the corner, so you have to adjust your braking zone accordingly, which is very tricky to try and work out on the fly. But it does just feel like driving an entirely new track. I mean, of course, there's some knowledge of where everything should go, where it should be. But otherwise, I don't know any of the braking points, any of the acceleration points, any of that. So it feels quite foreign. Okay, easy through here. Of course, this is a really fun corner coming the other way. Oh, got that wrong. Oh, there's a bit of runoff there, I guess. You use that on entry, of course, on the other way around. Ah. It's kind of starting to make sense, kind of. But again, feels also in the rally. I think there's a chicane there to slow the cars down a bit, because this section through here. Oh, you're seeing why it slows the car down a bit. Now I'm on the semi-slick compounder tyre, so if I do end up going onto the grass, this is a racing car like any other. It's useless on the grass. So slow it down. There you go. Try and get the nose in there. It's quite difficult when you're coming downhill because the car just wants to plough in, if you know what I mean. And now, braking here is going to be tricky because it's a very steep uphill section, so I assume it's going to be steep downhill. Well done, Jimmy. Big brain time. So slow it right down, dip it into the curb there on the inside, nice. And now, of course, we go uphill. A late apex in this. Oh, this is so weird driving this way around. I feel so lost. I feel, you know, somewhat accomplished at this circuit in the normal way, but round here I feel like a complete amateur again. It's quite refreshing, actually. It's nice to have this new challenge. Tightest corner on the circuit, nowhere near as tricky going this way, because you're already going slower into it. With miss hit miss coming the other way, you're carrying a lot of speed into there, so it's quite hard to slow down, and you're going downhill. So that was miss miss miss. Even the wrong way around I can't do it. Should be able to keep it pinned up here. Should be able to keep it pinned up here, just about. Oh, having a dance on the pedals there to get the car to slow down. This car really likes being on boost, it seems. Come on, mate. I believe in you. Oh, God, this corner's a bugger in any direction. So a couple of fast right-handers now. First one's a bit tighter than the second. And there's Rebel Tree. Hello, friend. Good to see the fine Rebel Tree booty for the first time. We are indeed blessed. Where do I brake for this, though? Of course, you know, I'm driving around very slowly, you know, kind of 50% of what's really possible. But even so, picking out where I'm having to brake is a complete challenge. It really is. So now we're coming downhill to the compression, and all the elevation that we dropped coming back down from the carousel, we're now going back uphill, of course, towards Ironburg, right at the top here. So it's kind of interesting seeing it that way around, and it makes this corner quite a late break, I imagine. Yeah, you can really slow it down because carrying less speed and you're going uphill. So, but now this should be fun. Probably one of the more fun parts of the circuit up here. Now it should be just flat all the way up to turning in for the flue plats. God, incredibly quick section this. Of course, you expect that. It's quick the other way too. But now I've got to try and pick out my my braking zone here, so make sure I don't go into those barriers. Second part's going to be tighter. Turning late. Oh, nearly put a wheel on the grass there. There you go. Over. Oh my, the sense of speed coming back down this way is incredible. Trees and the barriers very close together. Surely we can brake quite late here because we're braking uphill. There you go. There's a gear there somewhere, Jimmy. Yeah, okay, that's some grass. Now this section, along with the second section, is probably one of my favourite parts of the circuit, especially in a quick car. Here, it just, my brain can't get over it being kind of mirrored or, you know, turn the other way around. I know this section so well, I've driven it so many times, but I still can't get my brain to go, yes, you're just doing it the other way around. It's like riding a bicycle, but with the controls reversed, you know. Your brain doesn't know what to do. But anyway, we've nearly done it, so coming up to the last corner now. Second gear for that, you can brake later because you're uphill. And there you go, we have completed a lap of the Nordschleife in reverse. And I've got to say, that was a very unique and strange challenge. I mean, as you can see from my driving, I have no idea where I'm going. I mean, I've got a rough idea, again, of, you know, where I am on the circuit, but in terms of braking, I've got no idea. Racing line's difficult as well, because I'm so used to being on a different part of the circuit coming the other way. It would take quite a long time, I think, for me to get back up to the same level of speed that I would be at, you know, perhaps driving this car the correct way around the track. But it was a lot of fun, and kind of nice to have this new challenge, you know. It's nice to have this track still throwing things at me, even after all this time of driving it. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this interesting look of a Nürburgring. If you did, then make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, because that way you'll be made aware of future streams and future stupid videos like this. As always, a massive thank you to my patrons and sponsors. Take care, have an awesome day. I'm going to roll around for a bit now, I guess. See you all next time.